Watch out for Dashaun Morris here. He's been excellent through this meet so far. Morris in lane 4, Woodard lane 6, really close to the end. 5, who just beats down Woodard.
Yahweh, talk to the people, man. Let us know, who you are, where you from, and what inspired you, to make change and do the things you're doing with little Dashaun.
Well, I'm from out here in North, born and raised. I did a lot of traveling growing up, moving. I moved out to the West Coast back in 1990. I was out there for 2 years. I come back to Jersey. So my background was kind of similar to a lot of the youngsters, what they're going through today, gang related. And I went through the traditional route. I had no daddy at home. My mama was kind of out there in the streets a little bit. So I kind of raised myself, man. Me and my older brother, my younger brother. We rip and run through the streets. So, that was pretty common. For me, though, sports was definitely an outlet for me. I played high school football, basketball, and that was honestly the only thing that held my attention growing up outside of the streets. So that was always it was always personal to me, sports.
Did you see it as a strain, caught in the street and also being an athlete? Like you felt you had to pick sometimes?
No, never that. It was just like a temporary getaway from how I was living. We was living foul, man. We wasn't living well. We didn't have the things that kids should have growing up. So football was kind of like the only time I felt, especially in the gang, in the streets, you kind of feel embraced with your brothers. But I always knew that how we was living wasn't right. I did. That football kind of, it was a different embracement, different camaraderie, with my teammates. I learned more through it. So I always look forward to it. Plus, I just love the contact. I love that kind of, I've always been into that warriorship type of mentality. So, I just love the game. So it was good for me. I learned a lot, through being on the football field.
What school you played at?
I went to West Side my freshman year. I got kicked out. I'm from the Hooter.
Okay.
I got kicked out the second day of school. Mom's moved to Orange. So I finished the next 4 years at Orange High School.
Okay. Did you go to college after that?
Yeah, I did. I went to Del State. I went to a black college.
Wow.
I got busy out there, man. I was something out there.
What position you played?
I was a receiver, return specialist. I was 2002, man. I was Sports Network, first team college All-American, Associated Press, black college first team All-American, led the country in kickoff returns for touchdowns. So I got busy, man. I was 2002, I got my black college first team All-American status, and then 2003, I got cased up on campus, jammed up, man, shooting on campus, and I went to jail for that, fought that case, and I beat that.
How much time did you do?
I did 8 months. No, I copped out to some lesser charges, man. I didn't get sent up the road.
Okay.
But it was enough to derail me, though. I was a projected third-round draft pick coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? I went to the combine. You know what I mean? I went through everything.
Wow.
And this happened in 2 months before the draft, bro. Yep. So it stripped everything from me. I went straight to prison from there, and that just kind of redirected my life and set some new courses for me.
So that's where you say the change happened in there. Sort of.
No, I wouldn't say it changed because this was back in 2003. It just
okay. Another phase in your life.
Another
learning
phase,
experience.
yeah.
Got you.
So is that what make you go so hard with little Dashaun Morris here?
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest motivation. People ask me to do what I do with him. It take a lot of consistency because I'm nonstop with it, and so I get asked that a lot. And the truth of the matter is, they say, where do you find the passion and the energy to go at it? But it's really just my fear of not being a good father, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I fear that more than. So when the things I do with him it's like how like you have a father who ain't been in their kid life and then they finally link up with them, they want to overcompensate.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I do with my son. And when I say overcompensate, not like just giving him material things, but I overcompensate with my time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a daddy, so I didn't have that type of time. And I'm just like, I think it's the greatest thing in the world. So, You know, that's why I'm obsessive. I'm like an obsessive father. Yeah. You know, if he say he wants something tomorrow, when I say something, mean like he has a plan or he wants to pursue something, I'm literally gonna create the way to make it happen and do my best. So.
Do he talk to you like that? Like?
Oh yeah. My son is a general, bro. Like he not no. Don't think he's 7 like what you think of 7.
Okay.
Like he's seriously like mature. You know what I'm saying? I learn him up. You know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my family, we strong, bro. So it's, you know, like we I give it to him off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? And he learns a lot that way. You know, maybe it's not everybody's flavor, but it's mine. It's how I would have wanted to be raised, and that's how I raised him. And it's beneficial because if you was to ever see him in an environment with his peers, trust me, you can see who the general, you can see who the mature one, you can see the one that's not gonna go for the BS. He gonna shake your hand like a man. He gonna look you in your eye. If you say, you know what I mean, he's groomed proper, and I don't mean on no gangster type tip, but he's strong in his spot for 7 years old.
Flash, what school you go to?
Rocky Creek Elementary.
Okay, what grade you in?
2nd.
How do kids treat you in school?
They don't treat me bad.
I'm talking about from watching your videos, seeing you do all the training. You know, it's like 2,200 people at your football game. So, and you a big deal down there in Georgia. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you come to school, are they happy to see you being successful on the field? And how does it flip over in school to you?
In class, like most of them, majority of the boys, they look up to me because most of them look up at my YouTube channel and Instagram and all that, and they just look up to me.
Do any of the kids that you go to school with, do they play against you?
There's one kid. No, 2 kids. They're on the same team. We played against them.
any chitter chatter at lunch or things like that?
Yeah.
So what is your normal response to it? Somebody come up to you, Flash, I'm gonna stick you. I can't wait to play you.
Right.
I play for Welcome All Panthers. I'm gonna knock your head off. You know how we get down.
All right, we're gonna see about that.
Hey, Dashaun, real quick, tell us what's your name, you know, and how old are you?
Dashaun Morris, 7 years old.
Okay, and let me ask you this, man. You play 2 different sports, right?
Yeah.
What 2 sports you play?
Track and football.
What happened over the weekend, man? Tell the people what happened this weekend, man. What you came up here from Georgia to do and where you did it at.
You talking about my last meet?
Yeah.
Well, I got 2 gold medals, 1 silver. 1 in the 60, the 2 got 2nd place in the 4.
Hey, speaking of track, who was that kid I saw you raced against from Florida?
His name is Tyrell H. Woody.
Okay.
Triple threat.
Okay.
Oh, it's triple threat? So y'all all out there, y'all respect each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not competition-wise.
He with the smoke, bro.
He want the
Okay.
smoke?
Yeah.
Hey, what team that kid play on? Not to cut you off. What team that kid play on?
For track,
Football.
I don't really know.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I thought you might have played
He's
against him
from
in Florida.
Florida.
Okay.
That kid, the other kid, what's his name? Blaze and Run.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, him?
That's his
Yeah.
homeboy.
Okay.
He from Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
They both from Florida.
That's what I was talking about, the kid Blaze.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
He played football, right?
Yeah.
Then they played against each other?
This is Blaze. I mean, not to speak too much about him, but he's into flag football. He's just now started doing spring football. I talk to his daddy a lot, so
Okay.
we speak a lot. I was just with him when we was in nationals, but he's doing spring football now. So this is like his coming out. You know, everybody wanted to see what he could do. So yeah,
Who's that guy you took him to Florida to train with the fast feet?
that's Gold Feet, man. He Gold Feet certified.
Okay.
He Gold Feet certified?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Flash, you Gold Feet certified, brother?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, Dad, let me ask you. I want to know, when did you notice the specialness about Flash, man? When did you start noticing something special about him, you know? Because it's obviously that's what we're dealing with right now.
Well, playing talent-wise, I won't say that until like last year. What I knew was special about him was that you know, I trained him like I said, a general, bro. So he been training since he was 3, man. My son do workout before school.
That's what I'm talking
He been
about.
doing all that since he was 3, and I knew at 4 and 5 couldn't no 4 or 5 year old hang with him. in that regard, training wise. So I knew he was special in that way. You know, just his attitude with waking up. You know, he gets up in the morning and he does his own routine on his own. But it's been part of his foundation for so long. So, you know, in that regard, football wise.
So there's no wake up, come on son, let's get it going. It's, you know, he's already in mood, what he needs to be
But
doing.
that's if it's a morning that I don't get him up. You know, some days if I'm and a wife get him up, you know what I'm saying, he get busy. He's not waiting for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
How does your wife? What's her role into the whole Flash team?
She's supportive, man. My wife, you know, she.
Do you get any slack? Did you
moms?
ever get any slack? Period.
She with the business, man.
Okay.
Yeah, she's supportive, man. It gets. We travel a lot. Like right now, my kids, my daughters and her, they not here because we was just in Maryland for a week. So she don't always get to go everywhere we go. So sometimes she be, you know, a little feeling some type of way about that. But you know, she work. My wife a GM with a Hilton, so she be tied down with her work. So sometimes she can't move like I do.
Gotcha.
Question. Flash, what's your favorite sport, man? Which one you like the best? If there is a best one.
I'm taking football.
You're taking football. Why football? Talk to me about football.
Well, first because that's what my dad played, and I like the aggression about it.
What kind of season you had this year?
What kind of
season you had this past year? What did you do?
I had a good season. 51 tackles, 43 touchdowns.
43 touchdowns. They must not have no mercy rule in that league, huh?
Oh no, they do. They no, it's the mercy if the other team asks for it after a certain amount of points. But you got to be mindful that dates from preseason tournaments, regular season, and then we went all the way through nationals.
So how many games he play a season?
Well, this past season was 22 games. It was 8 in preseason.
22 games.
It was 8 in preseason, 8 during the regular season. That's 16. And we had 6 games. We did turkey bowls. So we had about 6 games in it. So that's 8, 16. That's 22. No, it was 4. So that's 20. And then we had the 3 games in the playoffs and nationals.
Let me ask you this: what's the advantage of being in Georgia,
football wise?
Talk to us about football in Georgia, man.
Well, you know, coming from here and knowing how the football is done here and then there, there's a lot of advantages. One, just the culture in itself. Like how I raised him, grandmothers are doing that with their grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? You don't see too much of that out here. You got a couple, but it's culture wise. You know, it's a real serious thing. Like they grooming their kids at this age for the going to the big Graysons. Like that's like you want to go to these schools. You want to go to Georgia. So you being groomed early for that. And a lot of the guys I can say that has gone on to the NFL pros, like they're all right still there in Atlanta. Like they are very attached to the communities. A lot of them have teams or they sponsor the team. So the football culture is just like real serious there.
And you talking about some of the kids that's in the university, like Georgia University. They come back. Some of the pros too.
Pros as well, yeah.
You in tune with those guys, Flash?
Yeah.
You met some famous people, man. Some athletes. You met some of them.
In college.
Yeah.
College, yeah. You met some of them college guys.
Who your favorite college football player?
Swift and Holyfield.
Swift?
Yeah.
Okay. You know where he from?
Georgia.
He from Philly.
Swift from Philly, yeah.
He from Philly. That's
I thought
like
you meant what team.
Yeah.
We just was at the University of Georgia. It's all up on his gram. Cook and
Just
Harrion.
talking to the mic.
Cook and Harrion, you know, we they 2 running backs. They fans of his, man. So they he had a video that went viral not too long ago.
Check this out. 7-year-old Dashaun Flash showcasing that's some insane footwork. Guys, should he get an invite to next week's combine? Look at that.
7 years old? Is that what you're saying? That's it.
This video isn't sped up, right? I mean, that's
honestly
unbelievable.
Here's my advice.
I bet he's eating
Here's my advice. Soccer guy needs to find this kid, get him a soccer ball, and we will soon dominate the world. When our best athletes decide to play soccer, true. At 7 years old.
But he looks like a running back to me with that type of footwork.
He does? No, he looks like whatever he wants to
be able to do whatever he wants,
True.
yeah.
Lateral agility is the way to go, man. That kid's awesome.
That's cool. That's cool.
They reached out to me. And so this was about 2 weeks ago. We went out to the indoor facility. They took him to the locker room and did all kind of stuff with him, man.
That's the video that went 2 million, right? 2 million or something.
That thing is well over that.
It went further than that.
That thing crazy right now.
Yeah.
But it's brought a lot of good attention to him, is what I'm saying, though.
Nice.
You work hard with your kid, and you want exposure. That's what we do it for. It's just like you have a show, you doing this. You want something to happen out there, the right person to hear it, or something that take your viewership from what it is to 8 million more. You look for those type of things, and if you into sports, you want to expose them. Make sure you keep certain protections or boundaries around them. But that's what we do it for.
Flash, what's your grades like?
They're good.
Like what?
We're not into A's and B's yet. We're
Talk
still
to
in.
me.
I just had this test. I got 3s and 4s.
Okay, I know about the number system.
Yeah.
Wow. You're
That's
not even
good.
getting A's and B's yet. You talk like you about 12, 13 years old, man.
Yeah.
If I could chime in on that, that's definitely been a question that, like I get. I run his Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I let him read the comments. I let him respond to people. I don't, even some of the bad ones. I let him read them. We talk about that. So I tell him how you feel about what this clown just said, and I always be trying to understand how he feel about things, because I try to teach him. I know for me, I used to grow up, conversations just create conflict because we didn't know how to communicate. And that's one of the things I do with him. I try to teach him not to be too fazed by opinions. So I show him the garbage that some people can say.
Gotcha.
I let him respond to things like that, and you know what I'm saying. It's matured him a lot, because now to the point where, like, if he sees something that may not be the most positive thing, and I'll show him, and he'll look at it, he'll just be like, well, they must. His response is that it's training him to kind of brush it off, and a lot of times in life, a lot of things we need to take more of that mentality, just brush things off. We give too much energy to people's opinions of us, and some parents, they'll feel, they feel he's too young, and that's cool if that's how you raise your kid. But guess what? When my son is 9 and somebody in the class and they teasing your son is going to probably react in a way he shouldn't. And my son, that shit's not going to really faze him, bro. He know what can't be done to him. And as long as that's not being dealt with, he can gauge certain situations and know how to respond and react to them. And that's why I teach him that.
As long as they don't hit you. Right there, as long as nobody will touch you, they don't put their hands, we can talk, you can say what you want, but don't touch me.
Yo, so what's a normal day for you, Flash?
Talk to me,
You wake
Flash.
up and what?
So I wake up, get my parents together, and I go upstairs and my dad.
Pause. I'm sorry. Did you just say get your bearings together, bro? Did you just say that? That's my kind of language. That's up here. Tells me your father really in your ear, bro. Get your bearings in order. Finish, please. I'm sorry.
All right, so I walk up to my dad's room and I do my workout, quick set of hundreds. Some days we do 250. And after I'm done with that, I'll eat. Then I'll go wash my mouth out, brush my teeth and all that. I'll go get dressed and I'm ready for school.
Okay, so you said, I just want to retract real quick. You said hundreds. What do you mean hundreds? Like what you saying?
Like 100 push-ups.
Not straight though, right? Not straight. You do like what, 25 in the clip?
No, like 50, then 85, then 100. Then
3 sets, man. He bang out 50, knock out another 35 to get his last 15 in.
Bruh.
He got it. Not even to be funny, but he put out challenges all the time. If you ever watch him work out, he's a workout fitness freak. So we put out challenges all the time. So one of the last ones we had was a push-up challenge, 60-second max push-up challenge. Yeah, my boy got 100 in a minute, man. And I ain't talking about no skimpy push-ups. I'm talking about chest down, boy.
Yeah. 100 push-ups straight?
Not straight. Once you
in a minute,
gotta take a break,
you.
you just can't drop to your knee. You got to hold it up. You can't release that. You got to stay up. But you only get 1 or 2 breaks. You want to get a whole bunch in though. So
you know what inspired me? I saw a video, right? You was doing a box jump, right? And it was like, I think you went like 4 tries or whatever, but the first time you ain't get it, and then you was just determined to get that jump. Then you went back again, you was close, and then you was like, nah, I'm gonna keep going. Talk to me about that. You remember, you know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What was going through your head when you missed the first jump?
All right, let's just try it again, see if we get it. And then when I didn't get it the second time, then I'm just saying, all right, let's go. Then when I didn't get it the third time, I think it was the fourth time I got it.
Yeah.
The fifth and final time. But yeah, but what did you feel like just walking away from it at some point?
No,
Nah.
I don't quit until I get something.
He ain't telling you the beauty of that video that y'all didn't
yeah.
see. Let him know what happened.
All right, so it was on my fourth attempt, I think, and I had jumped on the box and I fell down and hit my head on the ground. Then I got up, went to the corner, wiped my eyes out, then I came back and did it, and I got it.
Oh, so you are human, huh?
But see, the thing with that is that you're right too. Yeah, I feel you though. But like, that's one of the things I teach my son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of them fathers that tell my son he can't cry and things like that. But what I do tell him is he gonna hold his nuts if he do it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that it took him a lot of tries to get that. But somewhere around that second, third try, like you said, when he jumped up, when he fell back, he banged his head on the floor. So he got up and you know what I'm saying, he just walked right over to the corner, man. He got himself together. And I teach him that. Like, I'm not going to tell you if you feel hurt, bro, but what you're not going to do is be sitting here boo-hooing and got everybody all up in your face, because kids do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was proud when he did it, because when he fell, I didn't like go grab him. You be all right. You know what I'm saying? But when he went and did it, I've taught him that so much. That was really the first time that I actually got to see it in action. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when he did it, it was his second nature. Like, because Gator was, trying to go grab him. He kind of like, and just got away. He didn't want Gator to see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy that he did that.
What's your longest run from scrimmage?
Touchdown. He asking you. I know. Do you remember?
Was it the Gresham one? When I broke it twice?
You know how long it was?
80 yards?
80?
You took an 80 bean to the crib?
Twice. Because one came back.
Right back. We
and
called
then
the
I did it
same
right after when they called it back, I went and did it again.
Went and did it right again.
85.
The same play.
Toughest team you played against?
No.
No, I'm
asking you.
What's the toughest team you played against?
Oh, ABA.
ABA?
Yeah.
What's that?
Atlanta Bulldogs.
Okay.
They come ready for you?
They won the this year. They won the 8U Nationals.
Okay.
We won 7. They won 8. So.
Oh, you played against the 8U team.
No. We was 7U. We won 7.
Okay. You played a 7U team. That's what you're talking about.
No, not in the Nationals.
No,
we played them during the season.
That's what I'm saying.
We beat them for the state championship.
Gotcha.
B2C. Yeah.
Got you. Look, we asked this question to all our backs. What was the hardest hit, and who gave it to you?
Gave it to me?
Yeah, the hardest hit that you received, like when you running the ball and it's like, only you know who hit you like that. So, did anybody put pads to you and it give you snot bubbles and you like, whoa, that dude right there brought it.
You went home and said, Dad, yo, number
12 one, yeah.
I felt that.
Well,
you gotta say his name. You could just say his name.
There wasn't a play like when I went home and told Dad, like, that was a big hit. There was actually 2 plays, and it was first when we played ABA in the championship. I was running and I went outside, and the kid, he dived for my knees and I fumbled. And it was when we played, what team was it though?
Central DeKalb.
Central DeKalb, and this boy, he came flying through my knees and he took my legs out.
Oh, they diving at your feet?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Going at the Flash feet, huh?
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Flash, what do you do in the off season? Like, okay, so I want to ask you that.
Real, before you get off, because he said something.
Go ahead.
After the fumble, how did you feel?
I was mad.
You was hot?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you do, like, to punish yourself, or because we got a kid on our team, right? You kind of remind me, you're younger. You good. We got a kid on our team. His dad, like you, kid worked just like you. His name Freezy, and every time he do something crazy, he on the field doing push-ups. I'm like, yo, he got to get up. They going to a huddle right now. Right. Like, get up. Let's come on. And he's still trying to finish his push-ups out. And I'm like, come on, just get up. But
he doing it on his own too.
Yeah,
so
he get right down. He get right down.
Just get down and do him.
Well, I don't do nothing. It's just my dad. He gets on me, and then that next play, I just go all out.
You know, dad boiling over there after that ball that came out.
Yeah.
You know what's unique about what he just told you? That was one of our goals for the season, for him to go the entire season, no fumbles. That fumble that he had was in the state championship against ABA. It's the only fumble he had all year.
Long?
He only had one fumble all year. So it was, but we hyped it up so much the night before because we was like, man, we about to get through like, bro, you know, you went through the whole season, you ain't fumbled the ball yet. So we talked about it so much. And it was freezing out there and it was rainy. I got that game too. It was not that it's an excuse, but I know that the conditions had something to do with them, but they couldn't even move their damn fingers out there. But when he fumbled, when he got up, I could tell he was pissed because he's like, I messed up my perfect, you know, because he was gunning for that perfect season. When, you know, I'm real big into ball security, so we do a lot of ball security. So when he fumbled, I'm like, you know what? I understood it though. It come with the game. So
right. Let me ask you though, that he's running track.
Right.
He's playing football. He's playing football. So this is basically he's staying conditioned all year round, basically. Because he also, you know, he fits in, squeezes in the training as well. So how does that schedule work for him? Like this is track season now. Now what, he's gonna go into indoor track after this here just happened?
No, this is indoor.
I mean outdoor.
Outdoor.
He's gonna go to outdoor track.
Spring.
Right. And which spring is from April to what?
Well, it's now to the
August?
end of. Nah, it's from now to the end of May, and then end of May through the end of July is summer track.
And then the football season starts. When does he do his off season training? Like, you know.
Well, off season will start for him officially once indoor is over. Like when this indoor is over, like we'll be into spring track, but then that's when we start getting to work back in with Gator. You know, we took a break after December when we won nationals. He ain't been doing no football training since December,
track.
just straight track. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to understand the formula, Dad. That's all.
Now that flashlight, what that stand for right there? What's the meaning of that?
Oh, because we changed it because like everybody started to use the lightning bulb and now we just made up something for our own flashlight.
Nice. You branded. Your dad teaching you branding.
Yeah.
He teaching you business already, huh?
You're gonna be straight. You listen. I'm telling you. You keep listening to your father. The older you get, right, and you're gonna get better and better and better, right? And the older you get, you're gonna start meeting more and more people. And I know Dad gonna be there. Trust me. No matter where you go, when you go to University of Georgia, whatever it is you choose to go, or Rutgers, right? You just remember Dad. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that he instilled in you, that's what you keep going on with. You got me?
Yeah.
Now look, I want to ask you something. What's your favorite move?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I seen you got some wiggle too. I just need. Oh, give me two.
Two?
Yeah, I'll take two. One might be hard for a back like you.
Do you like to run people over? Do you like to spin?
What about your jump
I like the jump cut. The jump cut, and I would do like a stutter step, go to the outside and cut back.
Okay. Do you set it up?
And the spin.
Do you set it up?
Yeah.
You know when it's coming. You see the angle of the.
And I just cut back.
What are you thinking when you're in that backfield and you're looking and you surveying the field? What are you thinking? What's on your mind?
I'm looking at what defense they're in. Most of them, they're in a 5-4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they stack the box on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I just look at the base defense to see where I should run when I get the ball, and just where to go.
What do you like to do outside of football, outside of track, out of sports? What is it that Dashaun Morris like to do when he's not Flash?
Watch football.
You like watching football?
Yeah, and I'll go outside some days, play football with the girls, my sisters.
They tough on you?
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
No, they support you.
Yeah.
They cheer you on.
Yeah, and they're a really big reason why I got in that situation.
Yeah.
In the big situation.
What big situation?
Like the video that went viral.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that, football.
I got you.
Okay. So your sisters, they inspire you?
Yeah.
To keep pushing?
Who's your favorite NFL player?
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, that's why you wear 26?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, what number you wore before 26?
34.
34?
Herschel Walker, Walter Payton, and Bo Jackson.
So you doing your homework.
So you watched them?
Yeah.
Did you see Walter Payton work out?
He's strong.
A beast. Listen.
Yeah.
That's where y'all get the hills from? You and your
Yeah.
dad?
Yeah.
He's the Hill King. Him and Jerry Rice. You know that?
Yeah.
What about Herschel Walker? He went to the University of Georgia?
Yeah, he went there,
Yeah.
and when we went for the tour, he hit so hard. It was like a metal helmet, and
Yeah.
it was a dent in the helmet.
They kept the helmet there still?
Yeah, it was a dent in his helmet.
Wow. How far is the University of Georgia from your house? You know about?
I think it was 1 hour,
Hour?
2.
Okay.
So who's your favorite player out of those guys? Herschel Walker and Bo Jackson. Who you didn't say Emmitt Smith. You didn't say Barry Sanders.
Nah,
Oh yeah, them.
because he had 34. That's why he said he wore that.
Okay.
Yeah, and besides Saquon and all them, I like y'all already know who it is, Tyreek Hill.
Last guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let me ask you this though. Are you versatile? Can you line up in a slot? Can you catch?
slot. Yeah,
You line up in a slot?
I don't line up in it, but I can catch.
You just catch out the backfield? Screens? What's your favorite play? Tell me.
From running the ball,
Whatever. Coach say, this is what we doing, and you say what?
I like the wishbone.
Wishbone? Oh, you like the lead or the fake, the jab, take the jab step and come down?
The lead.
Or the lead, the super
You like the
lead.
first.
Yeah.
You like to come through
man?
behind the two backs?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you, do they lay them out for you? Do they lead block well?
They throw me to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, they throw you to the ground.
No, they throw them to the ground. You talking about they?
Oh, the blockers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you think your line. You think your line after you score a
Yeah.
touchdown. Yeah.
You do? They
Yeah.
pick you up. I saw that they pick you up like that.
No.
They don't do all
One
that.
time I tried to give the ball to the lineman and tell him to spike it, but he didn't know what it means.
Chill,
We're talking about
Flash.
6-7-year-olds. You can't forget. Yeah,
You're a star,
right?
man. Hey, listen, but look, stay humble.
Yeah,
Right?
I always talk about that. Don't be cocky. Just
That's
say
right. That's right. And always look out for the less fortunate too. Okay. Take care of the guys that may not be as strong as you. Because guess what? When they get older, and maybe you become a grown man, they're gonna always remember you did that for them. You understand that?
Yeah.
And you could be at the height of your career. You could be dope. You could be all getting all the limelight, right? But you show love to that kid that's sitting in the corner that's by herself. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kid that you try to make friends with and do things like that. Because guess what? It touches his heart for the rest of his life. All right?
Okay.
You may never remember him, but guess what he always going to do? He can remember you. And that's what you want. You want to be remembered in the good light. We do good things when people are watching. We do great things when no one is watching.
Yeah.
You got me?
Nice.
And that's the hard work that you put in behind the scenes and people don't see. But then when you step on that field, flash with the 26 on, it's like, oh, wow, this kid is awesome.
There you go. It was nice talking to you, Flash, man. You know, we appreciate you coming through, you and your dad, man.
All the way from Georgia, man.
Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to move up here, right, we got a place for you. And then we got a team for you, too. It's called the Brick City Lions. Nah, I know you thoroughbred out, right? You see how I'm going for you?
Yeah.
Because you talented.